Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Compact Claustrophobia. So we're picking back up not too long after the last episode. I decided to go ahead and just kind of bulk record as much as I can tonight, because I know next week is going to be very, very busy between Thanksgiving stuff going on, as well as the release of Shadowlands, which I have been highly anticipating. Actually, the very first expansion since Burning Crusade that I've actually been hyped for. To be honest, like the very first one that I've been really, really excited for. Over here, I have done some modularium. I've got some more cooking up here, but we do have our 20 compact machine walls that we're going to be needing today. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off because I won't be using this right now for a bit. And I'm just going to dump it into here. Over here, we've got a lot of materials built up. And I actually have, right here, I've got a full stack of blocks of redstone. So we're pretty good on redstone at the moment. Now, what we're going to do first and foremost, we need to get our metal press. Conveyor belts. We should be able to pull most of this off fairly easily. I probably will have to make some more steel, but we do have, I think, enough stuff to make another block of TNT. So there's our conveyor belts. We're also going to need some steel scaffold. I don't even need to look up the recipe, to be honest. It's that. There's our steel scaffold. We'll hold on to that steel rod, maybe turn it into a blaze rod. In a little bit. We're going to need a piston, which I might be out of iron at the moment. It does seem like it. That's fine. I need to get some more smelted up anyways. Let me grab that. Running through another Constantine pick at the moment. And there's our modularium. Let's get our piston. So there's that. We're going to need redstone engineering block, which is actually pretty cheap. I've got the copper here. There is that. And we are going to get 2 of those. I'm going to put one of them away because we don't need... And really, we only need 2 steel scaffolding. And we only need 2 conveyor belts. Usually I like to use a few more, but we only have a 3x3 to work with. So it's going to be a little bit limiting. And then we need the heavy engineering block. So that's going to be 2 more pistons, electrum, 4 steel, plus we need 4 steel plates here for each of these. Now, we might be able to make steel mechanical components. Yeah, we can use half the steel here. To make this, though, it's going to require that we have the crafting components blueprint. That's iron, aluminum, and copper. I'm going to say it's probably worth it for us to go ahead and do this, though. We need to get aluminum anyways. There's actually a quest back here in the first tab. We just haven't really bothered with it. To get aluminum, it's going to be sieving sand or aluminum pickaxe. Sand through a flint stiffened mesh. Alright, so let me get that. Oh, it's only a 5% drop chance. 7.5 if we use iron stiffened. Ugh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get a single thing. I tell you what, it's going to take so long to get a single piece of aluminum. And ideally, I'd like to have 3 so that I could start scavenging and not have to do that again. I think I'd just as well... Iron's so easy to make that honestly, I think I'd just as well not do that. Truth be told, I'm going to throw that in there. It'd be a little bit easier if we go ahead and push for the 5x5s and then do it, because we're going to automate a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, so we'll just make another, let's see, I have 1 gunpowder, TNT, there's that. Okay, and now we're just waiting on our iron really to smelt up. Now, I'm going to go ahead, do that. We'll go back over to our heavy engineering block. That's going to be copper. There's 2 steel mechanical components. We also need the 2 pistons. So there's 2 of those. And we need the electrum. Now, I know I smelted up some electrum in the past, but I don't remember if I smelted up a lot of it. Okay, I've got some here, yeah. And let me go ahead and get another crafting station. We're starting to move into things that have a little bit more steps involved, so let's go ahead. There's 5. Do I have any more? Yeah, we'll grab that out. I'll go ahead and do 6. Drop that in. Hit that. That has exploded. And we got 30 again from that. And then as soon as I have 4, we're good to go. Now let me, I think for right now we're just going to set the metal press here. Just for space. Just because we have a little bit of space in this room. And then we'll quickly move it out of the way, kind of like our last multi-block that we were using, you know, to push forward. Put our piston here, and then we just need the heavy engineering block above that. Now, we do want to rotate this. Be on this side. Like that. There's our steel. We'll go ahead and pop over to storage. Do that. I only need 1 of these. Quest complete, metal press. Drop that on there. Smack that. There's our metal press. Okay, now we're going to have to give this some power. And our metal press mold there. So let's pop over to the compact room. I'm going to steal our decay generator for right now. And we're going to set that up right there. I think it'll be able to transfer. Whoops, I keep doing that. I think it'll be able to transfer that power. So let me grab a block of uranium. Toss that in. Yeah, that's moving the power. Okay, so at this point, let's go back over to here. We do get a reward. We get a sticky piston from that. Let's see, if we get the tunnels, I don't really need the redstone tunnels at the moment, but I do need the tunnels, which are going to take light engineering blocks. These aren't too bad to make. But then there's also the tiny machine pieces. Do we want to do that first or the tunnels? Let's do the tiny machine pieces first, I think. We're going to make ourselves a few machine casings. We are going to make tiny compact machines. We're like on the home stretch right now. It's so good. It's so good. Because once we get this, it's going to make our lives a whole lot easier because we can set up multi-blocks and things and start really doing automation. I mean, getting more space was nice, but as you can see, I'm still limited on what I can actually do in a 3x3. There's just some limitations to that. But once we get this, it's going to be a whole lot better. Let's pop back over here. We're going to throw these on. Get these pressed out. And we're going to get these tiny pieces. So I'm going to have to smash out all 3 of these. So there's 4 tiny machine pieces. And then putting the poop in power. Okay. And oops. I keep doing that because I'm used to the only rooms that I do things in are rooms that lead into this hub. And I keep doing that from that room. Alright, so now we can get our small compact machine. It's actually going to be a whole lot cheaper once we get diamonds. And as soon as we get a 5x5, we can actually start pushing for diamonds. So there's our small compact machine. Finally, more room. This is actually an exciting moment. I'm not going to lie. It's a very exciting moment. More sophisticated machines require more sophisticated solutions to mess up. This design is tried and tested. The pressure poop injector. Let me go ahead and grab that because I'm kind of curious what this is. What is this? Glitch small machine. Okay. And padded cell. Tired of hurting your hands on the walls and getting random drops all the time? Try padding the cell with some wool. If you just like the decor, you can always remove it again with some shears. Oh, I like that. That will actually come in very, very handy. More spice, more spice, more spice. What does it take for this? Before we push on for this, though, I'd like to have quite a bit of automation because this is just a whole lot of micro crafting or recursive crafting, or getting up to just that as well, which is probably the route that we'll be taking, in all honesty, I guess. But okay, but we've got that now. That's what I really, really wanted right this second. I don't know, though. Okay, now that we have a 5x5, I want to make my power system, and then I want to start, I don't know if I want to do an automation room for, like, metals. It would be kind of nice. Or farming automation, or storage with, like, infinite storage, or what we want to do first, because storage is an issue at the moment, as you could tell. I mean, I could make more chests realistically, but then it becomes like a hunt to try to find anything if I do that. Let's pop back. Let's set this thing down and let's step inside. Look at this. I feel like this is like so much space now. After being stuck in those 3x3s, I feel like this is just massive. It's not, but I feel like it is. Let's bounce back to the, no, not the machine workshop, the storage room. Let me grab this tiny compact machine. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's pop over to, here, let me grab our steel. We're going to do our engine first and do our machine room. And that way we can start, our first machine room. That way we can start doing some serious automation and begin making these small compact machines a whole lot easier pre-diamond, and then we'll push on to diamond probably next, so we could start really making compact machines a whole lot easier. Alright, so what we're going to do, let's pop over to the storage area. I'm probably going to have to make another hammer, or actually no, because I have this beautiful beast here. Let me make like 5 of these real quick, and I should probably make a hopper at this point to set on this. Let's pop over, let me get a mold. That I want the wire mold, and let me go ahead and get a hopper. So there's that, and we're going to put the hopper right there. We're going to pop this mold off, put in our wire mold. We're going to drop in all of our copper. It will not feed down like that, huh? Okay. Then in that case, let me make sure that my entry point's set there. Let me pull that off for just a minute. Let me grab this. Let me move it over here. That's our farm. Let me grab a conveyor. I mean, we could move this over to our 5x5. And we will, but not just yet. We're going to put our conveyor sitting there and our hopper sitting there. And then that can run and make our wire for us. Because we're going to get 2 wire this way instead of 1. Oh, we're starting to run out of power. Okay. This decay generator is not cutting it too well. That's fine. We've got a bit of copper wire. I'll come back and grab that in a second. Let's pop back over. Let's get this turned into these. And then we want to make thermoelectric generators. I need iron. There's 2 more of those, which puts us up to a total of 4. Let me go ahead and pop over here. I'm going to steal this one for right now, because all this stuff's going to get moved here shortly. And what we're going to do, let's take our tiny compact machine. We're going to set this up. I think we're going to put it right here. And inside of here, we're going to put down our thermoelectrics like so. I'm going to set this as the entry point for right now. And we're going to put down our water. And we're going to put water there and there. And we're going to put uranium there, there. We are going to let's pop over to storage. Grab our flux ducts. And we're going to run this up. And we're going to put a tunnel on this on the bottom. Probably should make the tunnel first, in fact. Yeah, let's make the tunnel first before we run our conduits. And I know I've got to dump out my inventory, but just a regular tunnel. It's going to be light engineering block. Okay. Okay, we should be able to pull off that. That. We've got enough for 2 tunnels at the moment. These do craft one at a time. I keep removing that, thinking, okay, I'm done with it now, but no, not quite. Alright, so we're going to put in a tunnel here. And then we're going to toggle this. Right now it's on the down. Actually, that's where I want it to be. Up, north, south, west, east. Yeah. I want it on the downside. And we're just going to run up our flux ducts like that. I'm also going to set our entry point to here for right now. And then let's pop back down. Alright. Oh, quest complete if you're ever in doubt. What is that? Oh. How did I get that? Oh, I guess because I crafted an engineer's hammer and it gave me... I did not get the engineer's book. Huh. Okay. It must have read the engineer's hammer that I just made as the book. I don't know. Alright. Well, we're going to put that in. We are going to put that in. We're going to rotate it. We're going to put in that, and our conveyors there, there, and we're going to put an extra conveyor in here with a hopper there, and we're going to get a dropping conveyor at this point. That's going to be iron trap door. Okay, let me get a chest. Let me get our iron trap door. That. And a conveyor. Pop back through. We're going to put our chest in right here and our dropping conveyor there. I'm going to have to... let me upgrade this real quick to just a strong box. Well, for right now, I'm probably just going to go with the default strong box and not upgrade it because I don't have upgrade kits made up and we're not going to be probably needing it for this, you know. So there's that. Let me form this. There we go. It's got power. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead. Let's put that on. We can see if this runs. There we go. Now something I want to try though, because right now it spews a little bit, and I think if we did it like this, there we go. It's only going to feed out whenever it can, whenever that's available. So we'll change it over to that. Okay, so now what I want to do, let's look into making our powered furnaces. Or at least a powered furnace for right now. I think I've got some bricks. I just don't know how many bricks. Or maybe I don't have any bricks. That's fine. I'm going to let that run for a minute because I do need some copper. I use the last of our copper for that. If that's okay. There's 2 more thermoelectrics. And let me take that uranium. We don't really need the decay generator anymore. Pop on inside here. Toss down our thermoelectrics there. Our water goes right back there. Uranium here. I've got to get more uranium smelted up. And let me pop over to the machine workshop. Let me grab our pulverizer. Let me grab our sawmill. And let me grab these flux ducts up. Okay, so this first room is going to be mainly just a machine workshop, I think. And we'll probably put our compact thing for modularium in here for the time being. That's something that we're not going to be using for too much longer. So we'll go ahead and just run this over. We're actually just going to run it down here for right now. Put in our sawmill. Clear that out. Put in our pulverizer. Clear that out. We'll still be a little bit manual for now until we get basically more small compact machines so that we can actually do a lot of the things that I'd like to do. Let me pop over to here. Let me grab... I'm just going to break this thing down. And we're going to get this thing moved. We'll set it up... I guess we'll set it up right here for right now. And we'll just run this down. There we go. That thing's going to have plenty of power now. It was kind of an issue before because we were using the decay generator, so it just wasn't producing enough power. So I actually had to manually control it, like throw in 4 at a time due to space constraints. But now we don't have to worry about that. We've got plenty of power being generated. And we'll probably get a bunch more of these furnaces made before too long, just to speed things up a little bit. But there was our very first redstone furnace. I'm going to drop this in right here for now. It'll be fine. Go ahead and clear that out. And that way we can smelt things easier. Toss that in, get that going. To make our hardened upgrade kits, Invar bronze. I think I've still got some of that stuff lying around, maybe. Really, I might move this redstone furnace in a minute just so we can set it up for kind of more automatic smelting so I can dump a lot of things in there. It's already a little bit of an issue with smelting things like this, but we're going to be speeding it up though. Alright, so let's pop over to thermal. Honestly, I'm probably just going to go with auxiliary reception coil. And that's just gold. That's beautiful. Yeah, let's do that. Just to speed this thing up a bit. So, drop that in the augments. There's that. And if we want to smelt this tin now, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. So at this point, we really don't need this. Okay, and our uranium, that's done. We're going to go ahead and get that. And we're going to drop this in there and there. And let's pop over to the machine workshop, the old one here. Let's grab this. And let's go ahead and grab this also. Grab that. Take that. I'm not going to be able to move with this. Oh, but these strong boxes, though, they will keep their inventory. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that. We will pop over. And we're going to set this up for right now. We're going to set the speed to 1 click every 10 ticks. That's only 50 RF per tick. Realistically, we could set it up to like crazy speeds even. Sneak. And I'm going to have to empty that out in just a moment. Then if we throw our pick in here. Beautiful. And we'll put that on right there. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but we're going to be getting rid of this. And once we get rid of this, we can clean things up a lot. Which is going to help us out. Okay, now at this point, I need to start expanding. And I was doing some thinking. I was debating, do we want to push on for diamonds quick and go for that? Or do we want to just take a second and relish the 5x5 instead of pushing forward and start doing a bit of automation? I'd really like to get all of our metals just automated, which is going to take a little bit, but it would be kind of nice just have basically endless of all these metals, and do a bit with auto crafting and a bit with storage and a bit with farming before just pushing progression constant. And so I think that's what I want to do. And to do that, we're going to need to make, first up, a manufactory. But what I want to do really, really quick, by the way, our this little setup, we've got to do 3 more thermoelectric generators. I'll do that as soon as I get more steel. And basically we just place those, bam, 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 and then fill this up with water and then teleport out, and we'll have ourselves a nice compact 12 thermoelectric generator system here. Really similar to, you know, kind of little thermo setups I've set up before. Nothing too fancy, but it will produce plenty of power for us. So let's pop over to the storage room to make this. Oh, let me get... I put a block here because it was tossing some stuff on occasion. But let me go ahead and do that. We're going to be automating Cobblestone probably next episode, I'm going to say. Because it's going to be key to a lot of other stuff that we're going to be setting up. But I want to get to a position where we can just start like mass automation in the coming episodes. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just get a couple pistons, I think. And then our copper. I'm able to start like really mass smelting, which has been nice. It's been so nice. Because it was, honestly, smelting was a little bit of a nuisance before because, you know, we don't have charcoal or anything like that. So, there is our manufactory. And what we're actually after is the alloy furnace. For this, we're going to need to get graphite. Tell you what, I'm going to run some iron picks and just build up our uranium. And I'm going to make another 5x5 compact. I'm going to have to make it anyways. And then we will get on with the manufacturing stuff. I'm going to go ahead and set that up right there. So that's got power. And yeah, I'll be back here in just a little bit. I'm going to do some editing and start kind of getting some things sorted out. While this processes and makes us our uranium. Okay, I've got everything, I think, for that. I mean, we could just do the phytogrow method, which we probably will once we get into automation. But I think we're going to make another 5x5. We need one anyways. There's 4 tiny compacts. This was a whole lot easier, by the way, between this and this. Actually having power, so much easier. In all honesty. So honestly, now pushing for diamonds, it's not as tempting as it was. Because, like, honestly, crafting these things out is not an issue whatsoever for us at this point. And once we get our manufactory stuff set up, it's going to be even easier. Alright, so let's go ahead. There is another small compact machine. And we'll just set this one down right here. There we go. I don't know though. With the dirt block, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we're not going to be able to grow a tree in this. We're going to have to wait until we get up probably to the 7x7s. Because I think the shortest tree, even an oak, is going to need 5 blocks of space. And so we're not going to be able to pull that off. That's fine though. Honestly, making the small compact room, it's not that bad. With our current little system over here, you know, smelting is a whole lot easier. This has power. I don't have to manage it, and we don't have to mine anything. This handles everything for us at a very, very good rate. And I filled this up with iron picks. Well, I've got 4 total in here. We're not going to be able to make the tough alloy pick just yet, which is the one that we really need to have that 100% for the uranium. But it's not a big deal. I think what we're going to do is next, I'm going to do a bit of prep. I've got a lot of prep things I've got to get prepped up, auto clickers, and we are going to, the next couple episodes, what we're going to be working on is we are going to be working on automating metals, so that all these metals are just made. They stay stocked with picks. You know, there's different picks going out for different things, and then the dust is handled different ways, because we're going to need to keep so much uranium dust and iron dust and even copper and stuff like that for making alloys, but we'll also want some smelted up. So we're going to start handling that a bit. And then we're also going to start pushing into storage, because getting this out of the way. This will probably be the first thing that we tackle next episode. Get this out of the way, and then we'll start automating metals the back end of next episode and into probably the episode after. We'll see how things go. But I think getting that stuff out of the way, farming, it's not really a big deal. I'm not pressed for farming-based materials, really. But I am pressed for metals, usually. And so I'd like to get that handled, and so that I don't have to craft picks and handle all of this stuff by hand. And really, once we get that stuff up and going, it's not going to be hard to keep expanding out on these small compact rooms. And then after that, like I said, I kind of want to take some time, do a bit of proper automation before we push on any further into diamonds and into 7x7 spaces. It's not really a lot. We just have to get a crusher, and then it's just a lot of materials to make those 7x7s, but it is a lot of materials to make those 7x7s. And so I'd like to do this proper and not make it a struggle moving forward. So I think that's what we're going to tackle and come next episode. I'm happy to finally have 5x5s, but I already feel like I need more space. But mainly just for growing trees, in all honesty. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I hope you guys are still enjoying the series so far. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of, it creates issues that you don't normally think of, and I do quite enjoy that. So, like, I've never been like, oh, I don't have any space to grow trees. You know, it's not many packs is it a struggle to actually get wood logs. This is like one of the few, ever. Normally that's like a starting point in every pack. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next episode. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.